Mama Modiana, Mabay Musai and like it, Namo share feed, you know. Mama Modiana, like it, and share feed, you know. It's I said, from where I am, I don't be crying to me, is streaming live on YouTube as well. Why? Tibo Modia said, Obe like, you know, share feed, you know. Because we need to get this message across to all the people out there. We need to build a very solid relationship. Or their images or reputations have been just tarnished because of these mistakes. So I think I'm gonna say now, continuing from where I ended before the network broke. Whether you went through the nursing training or you went through the training colleges, whatever institution you find yourself, listen to me carefully. If you are out of school, you have graduated, yet there is no employment, no job, you are not ready to bring what you must be doing with the rest of your life and your time is, if you are not finding a job, demand from your brain to create a job for yourself and plan to accept the situations. If you are a man and you think that you have a girlfriend, a fiancé, you have somebody you're courting, and you want the woman to be okay or accept your situation that you don't have a job and that's why you don't have a money, you are stupid. I'm telling you. And that woman, you must take her picture from your Twitter account, from your Instagram account, from your Facebook account, don't display her picture anywhere because you are a disgrace. Don't display a lady's picture anywhere because you are a disgrace. Let responsible men come and find those ladies and marry them off. Do you understand what I'm saying? The point I'm trying to make you understand is, you cannot go and put somebody's woman or somebody's daughter in your life when you cannot even take care of yourself. That is not God's ordinance. After all, I'm not the one who established this principle. It is living Yahweh. You go to the church and we have so many unemployed people there, but they are all engaged. I'm even worried. It baffles my mind. You are praying to God, Lord, please give me a job for a job. And then on the other hand, you are engaged to a woman. On the other hand, you are engaged to a woman while you are praying to God for a job. Hey, please, oh, do you think God is a fool like you? Is that what you think? That God doesn't have brains? That the Lord who made Adam have everything in his possession before bringing a woman into his life? That is that the kind of God you are saying the prayer to, that is, you give you a job, and then on the other hand, you are engaged to a woman? Is that what you're saying? Note the point lines. 1, women are to be taken care of, and it is in their nature to accept that care. Women are not to make demands. What you people are calling, you are so demanding. Since that I was what you demanding or you sikadisios no. Yeah. If the network really fails and I'm not able to transmit the message I need to transmit in this content, I'll be going back to Accra tomorrow and I will repeat this episode just so we have a clean transmission. Yes, if the network doesn't help us to get the content very well, I'll repeat this episode when I get to Accra tomorrow. The first thing I will do is to repeat this message if the network troubles us too much. But the women in your life that you are calling so demanding, women are not demanding. For some of you, you are not up to the task and you went in for the women. So never say the woman is demanding. You don't have a job and you are engaged to a woman. The woman is asking you to perform your duty by taking care of her because it is in her nature to be taken care of. And you are saying she's demanding. She's not demanding you. She is not. You are not a man. You are a boy. One friend, one sumam, or tini baby, or dene, or bonne bra. So one man abra buma, the woman will know how to take care of herself. So baby man abra buma, she will know how to eat. She will know how to economize with her son. And told her, I love you, meanwhile you were out of a job. That was the day you made that your business. So never call a woman or your fiancé that you are so demanding. You are always asking for this, always asking for that. Oh, maybe something. Because of Winti, we're in the near free all other responsible men. So baby no person and no person taking care of her. Then the woman will tell this man, I am engaged to someone else, please. I am engaged to someone else. Because of you, idiot. That's what the lady possibility. That lady is telling a responsible man that I'm already engaged to somebody. And it is true. It is not true. The lady cannot actually accept another man's proposal when she has already accepted yours. That is the decency of a woman. That is the nobility of a woman. She cannot be dating or courting two men at the same time. If the person is a child of God, she cannot be doing that. Don't you think that lady deserves better? Don't you think? The lady actually is not in for money, but she is also aware that in her nature, she must be taken care of. Since when did it become a problem for a man to take care of a woman if it is our amazing from God? Since when? It became a problem from the day you, these boys, began looking for women and staying with them and gallivanting their pictures, spreading their pictures all over the internet, letting the world know that you are a man, meanwhile you are not a man. Meanwhile you are not. And that is what I'm warning you. So when you saw about one picture name free with Instagram deep in so or Twitter account or Facebook account and then will WhatsApp account, you know, when you picture name free what they say, them. I will not allow you to keep this nonsense in the church. You come along well, you are a song ministry, a minister. Okay, you minister or you sing for God. It would sorry be no more young pamba. No one na eja or mama crazy out 1-2-1-2, right? Okay, a branch that is exactly his situation. That is exactly his situation. That is it. And so you go to sing or minister in church and they give you some little coins to be able to take care of your transportation and to buy something for yourself or to eat. Are you me? Ladies and gentlemen, Facebook, YouTube, it's going to have a smooth transmission and I can see a delay in the sound. Are you with me? So you minister in the church and then they will give you a little money to take care of yourself. Do you have a woman in your life that you are actually going to get married to? Then the guy will answer, yes, I have a fiancé. We are preparing for marriage. But ladies, on the little money you are being given when you go to minister at church, instead of going to find you are being given when you go to minister at church, instead of going to find a job to do, this is again where some pastors cannot take care of their homes. This is where this problem has degenerated to. We have some pastors, people who say it is the Lord who has appointed them to come and actually take care of God's people. We have said pastors who are not able to take care of their wives. And they think God in heaven accepts such a situation. They believe that God in heaven accepts some of the situation. Hey, you also, for you cannot take care of your wife. You cannot take care of the home. Now, if you think the ministry hasn't gotten to a point where you can work 24/7, why don't you find something to do with your hands? What stops you? The ministry has gotten to a point where your service will be demanded 24/7. So you are telling me that you are idling yourself the whole day when you only spend about 3 hours for church activities. You are idling yourself, and the woman and the children should go hungry. You are crazy. You are not a man of God, or you are a madman. Not a man of God, you are a madman. Listen to me. The 24 hours is not enough for me in these ministerial duties. The 24 hours, it's not enough for me in these ministerial duties. It's not enough for me. Do you know why? This time that I'm spending with you, as soon as I'm done, I have other engagements. I have a program to run. Besides that, I have calls and other important messages that I need to reply. Administratively, I'm occupied. As a family man, I'm occupied. Ministerial, I'm occupied. So the ministry requires my presence 24/7. And because 24/7 I'm with the people, God has a way of raising revenues. And even at a point where we are short of revenue, the next time I need to go on contract as a professional HR so that I'll be able to raise money and continue the affairs of God. Do you know what I'm trying to tell you? I'm trying to tell you that I am responsible for my home. I am trying to 24/7 to run the affairs of the ministry. You don't have 24 hours to run the ministry. Why don't you look for a job so that when you close in? And many, there was a situation at Timota, a young lady. She is now a journalist who actually sold everything in her store to take care of a pastor, and then she gave the money, the lump sum, and even took a loan from a bank and gave the money to the pastor. The pastor was not her husband. Don't misquote me. This thing I'm saying, I'm very serious. I am not saying that a woman cannot spoil the things of God, but when the man has actually proposed love and marriage to the woman, and the woman is selling items in her shop, a shop that was not set up by the man, a shop that was not set up by the pastor, the so-called pastor, set up by those pastor. Some of you women have foolishly sold everything in your stores because you have met a pastor who wants to marry you, and things are not going well for the pastor. So you think God brought you into this world, work hard for yourself, and then God will say that go and use that money to sponsor the man who calls himself a man of God. If God has called him, didn't God give him wisdom to be able to know how to get money to sponsor the ministry? Didn't God show him? If he has the mind of God and it is the Spirit of God that has called him, we should see a sense of responsibility in that man. So if you are with a so-called pastor, a so-called bishop, did you hear what I said? Now you're still dating that person. I want you to get this very straight. That guy parading himself as a man of God. Take this from another man of God. He is not a man of God, though. He is a crazy man. That man of God should have first read Genesis chapter number 1, 2, and 3. That man should even tell you the first case that happened after the creation of. He gave Adam all the resources to be able to take care of his home before bringing a woman into his life. If he is indeed a man of God, he must know this episode in the Bible. And then, principle in scripture, he will not be able to waste your life because somebody may be responsible at the time who will make you better, make you a better woman. They are not presentable in the society. Do you know why? Because they say their husbands don't have money to dress them. Sir, you want the woman to actually walk in the streets like that. Like that. You are just off job. It's not working. Or doesn't have a job, a business. Or is coming to propose to you. Such a man is not a man. It's a boy. Accept his proposal. Tell him to occupy his mind with getting a job. That then he should begin taking care of other responsibilities. And he should begin taking care of other responsibilities. The man is actually going to live with you in his family house. That is where he's going to live with you. He hasn't been able to rent a room of his own. And the man is actually asking you, the lady, to give him money to go and rent a place that he is also going to actually fuck you. Sorry for that word, but I need to use it. He's also going to have sex with you. He's also going to have sex with you. The man is asking you to give him money, support you to go and rent a place. Some of you young ladies, you are bankers. You begin taking loans from your bank and giving it to men to go and rent a place. And then at the end of the day, you will help him to buy a bed. You will help him to do that. He will be sleeping with you. And the man is not working. Oh, me say, Sene, when you stand kwasiasanoa, me boduya, unyinche. Because me wish a wusa baba wo pesa tete mabrabo. Wusa baba we. Me wish o pesa tete mabrabo. Na o pesa how my gamu. Na the banner was so yam no ensa me adesuwa emfama wo. Hey, what says that? And when I'm in the car driving, I see some women with their protruding tummies on the foot a damn one. And I see them carrying ice water, sachet water in this scorching sun. Almost due for delivery. But the woman has no option than to go into this heated sun, carry sachet water, ice water, pure water, to go and sell. You can imagine how much this woman is going to make by the close of the day after the heated sun. The person cannot even sell up to 500 cedis. Even 100 cedis will be a problem. But I see a man's baby in that woman's stomach. I ask myself, where is that idiot? And you have really put you in this situation. Let me tell you, if you're a woman and you are working hard to take care of the kids, you have allowed that to happen to you. Life for you. You actually brought it upon yourself. Yes, you brought it upon yourself. Don't blame God and never go to any prayer session. Go and pray and say, God, have mercy upon me, because you didn't show yourself mercy. You never showed yourself mercy. You didn't sympathize with yourself. You never actually took the moment to say that I don't want to cause unnecessary problems for my life. Because of that silly idiot, you are now a school dropout. Yeah, you are a school dropout. You couldn't even finish your secondary school. Your parents didn't have money to take you to secondary school, so they asked you to go and learn a trade. So you were an apprentice on your way to becoming a seamstress, on your way to becoming a hairdresser, on the way to becoming a fashion designer. Look at what you allowed that nincompoop, that what you have allowed him to do to you. Because of that boy, you couldn't finish the trade. Somebody without a job. Mistake. So never money more. Never money yet to buy. Walk us now. Wait till me, papa. Ah, so called heavier. How? 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 This to you. So your bar. Ben Sabraboy. Uncle heavy. That's how I see we so. Obey papa. Obey papa. Say one man yanko. Miyama wadin say. Adwin no kasanchero. Adwin ne mo a onam toto wabrabo ma. Wadin ne ntumi amu. Ya ben no wo fe na mepe. Ne na bodwe hu wi. Ne se onyina wi kwasia. Boa. Ne se onyini. Eno na obedi ada. Eno na obedi ada. Eno na eba be hewo. Eno na eba fix wabrabo. Oh, mommy, no papa in the be. Your parents are really not financially sound. And they were doing their best to make sure that a responsible man comes your way. You've messed your life with a jobless idiot. You've messed your life with a man. Always giving excuses about job. That is warning you. Never make this terrible mistake. And like I've mentioned, if you are dating somebody who is actually jobless, walk out of that relationship today, not tomorrow. I have 12 against 7 likes on YouTube. The rest of the 5 who haven't liked, please like the transmission. And those of us on Facebook, like and share whenever you've got a chance. But I want you, punching you and hitting you hard does not make me your enemy. I don't. I really want the best for your life. I want you to have a man who will take care of you. For some of you, the men or those boys are telling their friends that this girl cried here, or yeah, this one cried, or you load, mommy. Do you know why the guy is saying you are a burden, you are load? You were never a burden to your parents. You were never a burden to them. You still want to be with that guy. Maybe you haven't even heard that he's calling you a burden. Haven't heard. Today, end that stupidity. That is what I'm telling you. I am for you. I am for your wonderful life. It is very good to be taken care of as a woman. It is very good. Is taking care of you. It is really, that is how God has made it. Adam was to take care of his wife. Adam was to make sure that at every point in time, indeed, the wife will not lack to the point that she would die. Do you know that a girl went and did abortion for a guy who actually was jobless? And because they didn't even have money for the abortion, they went for some shoddy concoction. And today, the lady has lost her womb. There are people like that in our world. Right in the church, there are girls like that. There are women like that. Yes, there are women like that in the church. As I speak with you, our youth, I don't know what has come over you. I don't know. I think your thoughts. I don't know what is it with you that you allow men to waste your life this way. Somebody has died. Do you know how she died? I'll definitely repeat the message. But Nelly refused. Before I sign off, I will repeat this message, God willing, tomorrow. The flow is not coming because of the network breach. And I don't have any backup cameras that are recording the message now. So I will definitely repeat this message when I get to Accra tomorrow. Yes, I'll repeat it. In the morning, then in the evening, we have our second episode of the youth class at Bopa. But before I sign off, I want you to get this. Young lady died on her way to the fiance, a jobless one for that matter, one who could not even afford to take care of himself. Do you know what the lady was actually going to do? The lady had some foodstuffs, some few things. He was taking it to the guy. On the way, she had an accident and died. There are ladies like that who have died from the church. Yes, there are ladies like that who have died from the church. Yeah. The guy can virtually do nothing for himself. And this is the boy you want to actually be with. Secondary school students, it's a big no. End that foolishness today. And then, if you have graduated from university, make life meaningful for yourself and stop that stupidity. I know you, the guys, you are going to get angry with such punchlines. You will not like it because even as I speak, you fall into the category I'm talking about. And that's why you are angry. You don't have any right to be angry. I'm concerned about your life. I am concerned. How can you be in a marriage or in a relationship where you don't have control? How can you be in a relationship that you as a man, you don't have control for those you think you want to actually lord over? Do you know? Do you know? I am in control of my home. Why? Because I'm even ashamed for my wife to go and work and get money, come and cook, and then I'll feel comfortable eating. No, I won't be able to eat that food. I'd rather go hungry, starve, and find a job and give money for housekeeping. That would be my dignity. I don't ever want any woman to steal away my pride. But we have fools in the system who don't care about it. Don't be with such a person. Do you understand what I'm saying? So today, once again, I'm telling you that don't kill him if a person is jobless, doesn't have any work to do. Never. Woman, take my advice. And if you are married already and your husband isn't working hard enough, yeah, if you are married already and your husband isn't working hard enough and your husband is complaining, you need to manage. I know we manage or we economize stuff at home, but look at this small bread. Yeah, your husband knows very well that this bread, this piece of bread, this loaf of bread, it is not something we can manage. That is not a problem. If he is actually, yeah, how do they manage? Some of the management is doing, who is the head of the family, is working less harder than the woman. That is never God's intention of raising the family. Your children's fees, the woman is tired of paying your children's, the woman to be paying. And that is why I am telling you today, with all sincerity, family. Or Moame, and I'm a year, or no, you are no problem. And I'm a year, or Banat Nancy who say, what do I yet to your mother? Because on normal did own muscle and compared you may be no man and no ben wakra be near me, but yet I like it that way. Often you let's sorry compared by why? The witch me do